some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Ducks will boot it away to start the game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Missouri's offense will get the first swing of the game. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time out.
Gets it to the back. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Turning it on!
And they just kind of sneak that one in there. As a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. 2nd down, he'll throw it. The sure hands, it's Terry. Never gives anyone a clean shot at him. He's down to the 34. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The House of Loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Takes a hit as he fires. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Nestled just inside that right upright. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit. But they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
So the Oregon Ducks offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. This offense has vowed to find new ways to to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That would be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
Caught near the sticks. It's Brown. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's going to fire deep. Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab down the middle. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Give to the running back. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Off play action on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. They'll boot it into the night sky for the 1st time. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Fires to the right. Got a wide open receiver. It's a running room. He's at the touchdown Ducks. Oh, that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Huffman. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. Takes it the other way. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but using that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolute.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Tigers. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount. He's going for it all. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Oregon. Once he got some room, it was over.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's got an open man. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Coates. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. The give on the inside. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's a hit. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. All the way back to the 15. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Grab over the middle. It's Sutter. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. He's going to let one go back to the middle. Touchdown, Ducks! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. The play action fake. Finds the tight end. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Finds his man. It's Coates. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He's going to let it go. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Right on the money. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fakes the grab on the left. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Quarterback may change this route. Caught near the sticks. It's Brown. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back.
Touchdown! Oh, the Hawks!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw on first down. fires to the big fella. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. He'll throw it. Caught close to the marker. It's Hoffman. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. They get to him as he throws. Makes a connection. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Missouri!
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
And after the extra point, they trail 35-17. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Going right to work up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Sutter. Quick timeout called on the offense after the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on first down. He'll take a shot. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's not afraid to go deep. Touchdown, Ducks! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
I got to tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene.
Missouri will put a foot to it to start us in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the 3rd quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
Makes the catch. It's Coates. Stumbled to the ground.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Takes it on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Pass to Sticks and still on his feet. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. The Ducks just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Here we go, sack. Quick release on the RPO. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Power football with the run.
And I've been impressed with this defense physically. Like, their physical domination of the line of scrimmage. Just the run game has been pretty non-existent so far. And, man, when you control the run game, a lot of times you can control offenses.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And his slips just inside that right upright. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll leave it with him. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Looking to fire. Flips it out on the screen. There he goes. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. He finds enough daylight and gets it out across the 45. Out of bounds at the 47, and a big run there. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. The quick feet, the acceleration, the vision, and he works his way to the 44. And the Ducks headed quickly to the line. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. They're they're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Finds a little space. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage.
And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. They'll start this drive from the 42. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively.
It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. He's got him. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun. Give on the inside. He stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. To the air. It's caught. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Tigers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to sneak it. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. Hands it off. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got the first down and more. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Throws to the wideout. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Going to swing it on second down. Looking left. Complete downfield. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds his tight end.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Tigers want to crank the tempo.
Well, if you could give a helmet sticker to this defensive coaching staff, they would get one because of the plan they've had for this guy at wide receiver. He is one of the best in the entire country with his speed and his athleticism, but they have had a plan for him. Whether it's man coverage, zone, they've been able to double him, they've been able to change up the looks, and they have not been able to get him involved in the...
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his man. It's Terry. He smashes his way through again. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Tigers. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. And for this receiver, hello, viral.
Hello, viral, and on every platform. Everywhere, you're going to see it in top plays. Not one, not two, not three. Just continuing to count the touchdowns. This guy's been balling.
Stop short. They'll bring him down at the 1. He just couldn't get it in. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Boom. The handoff, keep working on that clock. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Oregon! And the stomping has commenced. That one ought to give... Oh, they want the 2, and the holder's going to try to throw it. And the pressure gets home. Hard-hitting tackle. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. That's caught. It's Horton. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Looking for a man. It's Velasquez. Snagged out of the air. And he'll be smacked to the ground. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. On 4th down, looking to pass. Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Missouri gets to the line quickly. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action. Here comes the heat. Got it in the middle. It's Denson. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Here's the pressure. Grabbed in the middle. It's Terry. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. second down, they'll go to the air. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Tiger. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays. And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. The 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Ducks. And the punishment has been extended. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Velasquez. Looking to the big tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. Here's a throw downfield late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. The offense will use the timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. They're looking to pass from the red zone. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn.
Fires toward the end zone. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. They were on the move. The 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.